Hey, Craig, this is Nate and Nathan. um, I just wanted to make you a really quick, rough video of the two different bars I've got. So this is the ignition bar, and over there is going to be the one bar. I'll run through the ignition bar really quick. So how the ignition bar works, I'll just run through basically the flag out systems quickly. So you've got kind of a standard loop here that your chicken loop would go into, or your your leash would go into. And then how the safety works on this, there's a red line that runs up to basically right here where you have these mouse ears that your two front lines tee off of. And so when you eject the chicken loop, you're attached by the leash via this red line here. And so it actually pulls both front lines, which is a little different than the one bar, which only pulls one side line. So on the new one bar, it flags out from the side. So that's kind of what's going on there. No, Nathan, buddy. All right, so in terms of the bar itself, you've got your D-power here, which runs off of this. You've got quite a bit of D-power on this. This is actually pretty nice to hold either in the winter or the summer. Your primary is via the leash, so you just you're going to push forward right here on the eject for the chicken loop, and it's really easy to use. Of course, you've got your chicken loop there, but so to release it, you just go forward like that, and it releases. Loading it is super easy as well. You just kind of go through here again, go in like that. So I found it actually works pretty well with gloves. And then obviously your secondary leash is just via your leash, however you do that. So on this one, you just eject there. So that's the safeties on the ignition. For the one bar, it's going to be a lot of the same. You've got your center kite leash loop here, and that's going to again be your primary safety. So for your primary safety on the new one, they've changed it a little bit. It's probably a little smoother. You just simply eject there. It's actually easier to eject than the old one, although the old one was pretty simple. It got some elastic there that holds that down. To re-engage, you just pull it forward and put that in again. I've used this a couple times now. I just had it out on water this week. It works great. So that's the primary on that. So primary is ejecting this. Secondary, again, is back to your leash, ejecting that however you eject your kite leash. On this kite, you've got a couple new features. They've put this bar stopper on here, so it'll actually control how far your bar can go forward if you're in nice winds and you want to trim it so it can't go all the way. That works pretty nice. I've had that feature before and actually really liked it. On this one, if you'll notice, so the red line is what's hooked to your kite leash. What it does is it actually goes up here to, got the swivel. So this is nice because your front lines always stay untangled. And actually, the line that's attached to your leash, you'll note, actually goes to one of the lines, so it doesn't go to both of them like on the ignition. It'll only go to one. So in this particular case, it's gonna when you pull the safety, it's gonna feed through here and it's gonna flag out one side of your kite. So your kite's gonna flag out lengthwise into the wind, and I've found that works really well. In fact, this is the one that I've actually had attached to my old 8-meter Montana 8 that used to be a top hat safety system, and it worked great, killed all the power. So I know this one works well with it. The trim handle on these is really nice too. When you pull it, it's got a nice grippy triangle that works well with gloves as well. And you can actually, they put a little Velcro here, so when you pull your trim, you can actually Velcro it to the side so it's not tangling, which is kind of a nice feature as well. So that's the one bar. On the one bar, you'll notice that this isn't as big of a deal for you, but the floats are actually kind of integrated into the actual lines themselves, or into the bar ends itself. And so that's the one bar.